Hi, good day, guys. I'm Abraham C. for Malayalam Cinema Anatomy. Recently, the Tamil serial killer thriller Thozhil, which translates into the art of war, has been creating a lot of buzz in the movie industry. Post-COVID time, we have seen so many thrillers in different movie industry. Even in Tamil movie industry, we can easily pick these 4 Tamil serial killer movies. 2 of my favorites are Kamal Haasan movies. One is Aale Vandan. Second one is Vettayada Vilayada. And we have this beautiful Miskin's Psycho. And one of the finest Tamil serial killer thriller movies, that's Rakshasan. And interestingly, Porthuril has got a lot of similarity to the Rakshasan plot. Porthuril, this serial killer cop buddy movie. So the senior cop, who is played by Sharat Kumar, is investigating a series of gruesome murders that happened in Trichy with his young and geeky assistant, Ashok Shelvan, whom they state in the movie that he is even scared to pee in the dark. What makes this movie special? We have seen so many serial killer movies. It's got a common template. There is a series of gruesome killings, mostly young ladies. There is a cop or a buddy cop who is investigating these cases. And they will see a serial killer who has got a troubled past. And they go into a bit of backstory of his troubled past. And eventually they will nail down the serial killer. That's the standard template for most of the serial killing movie. What makes Porthuril unique is 3 things. Number 1 is the gripping storyline. Set in 2010 Trichy in Tamil Nadu, where a series of young women are killed in a particular pattern where they are gagged and brutally murdered without any sexual assault. These 2 policemen are assigned to solve this case and find the serial killer. So there are a lot of twists and turns in the plot. And interestingly, there are 2 killers. I won't delve too much in the plot because it will be a spoiler. And the interesting thing I found in the movie is a copycat killing. So there is a reference in 1970, someone committed a similar kind of serial killing. And there is a new killer set in 2010 who is doing a similar pattern of killing. And number 2 is exploring the psychology behind this serial killer. So you may think, what's the big deal? Almost all the serial killer movies, there is a troubled serial killer. Most of the time, there could be some kind of childhood trauma that has led this person to become a serial killer. So for example, in Aale Vandan, Kamal Haasan is abused by his stepmother, because of which he turns into a psychopath. In Vettayada Vilayada, the 2 gay killers, they are abused by the policemen in the past, because of which they get bitter and try to kill off the policemen and the family. In Miskin's Psycho, the serial killer is abused by the teacher in the past, because of which he turns into a psychopath killer. And our cult classic Rakshasan, this poor boy in his school years are abused and bullied by his own school friends, because of which he turns into a very nasty serial killer. What's special about Porthuril? In this, the serial killer has a very traumatic childhood and he's abused by his own parents. Very few movies have sensitively portrayed the abuse a child can suffer in his own family, because of which he turns into a serial killer. Now the question comes, any child who gets abused in a family, will he turn into a serial killer? There's an interesting answer in the very movie. They say, not all troubled children will grow into serial killers. Some can turn into a cop. That's exactly what Sharat Kumar's character goes through. He has got a very troubled childhood where he has been abused in his family, but he has turned into a cop. So there are 2 sides to the coin, which they say in the climax. Some of them find that part a bit preachy, where they try to say kids needs to be nurtured well in the family. If not, they can turn into nasty beings. Some can even turn into serial killers. Beautifully portrayed in the movie, the journey of this serial killer and how or what led him to turn into a serial killer. And interestingly, there are backstories of 2 killers shown in the movie. The icing of the cake, which I thought was in the movie, which made it so brilliant, is the person who portrayed the serial killer. I won't reveal too much details because I don't want to kill the fun of people who want to watch the movie. So the man who portrayed the serial killer in the movie is a less known comedian in Malayalam movie. You hardly see this man in any meaty roles, even in Malayalam. It's an absolute surprise to see this restrained, beautiful acting by this less known Malayalam actor who has evolved heaps from the small comedy and character roles he have portrayed in Malayalam movies to such a meaty, beautiful role in this thriller movie Porthoril. This is what I feel makes Porthoril a gripping thriller, a very interesting watch for thriller fans, where they beautifully explore the psychology behind a serial killer without showing too much empathy to him. At the same time, exposing the vulnerabilities of the cops who are investigating this. I will definitely recommend this movie to the thriller fans. Hope that you will have a great watch and enjoy the movie. This is Abraham C signing off. Thanks for listening, guys.